watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
Hey, good afternoon. I'm Annalisa Gale. We turn now to Fairfax County, where parents are worried that mold is making their kids sick. This is photos of moldy walls, ceilings, air ducts, and more were shared from inside an Alexandria High School.
And DC News Now's Marielle Carbone is live outside of Hayfield Secondary High School with the latest. And Marielle, parents worry that this is a widespread issue.
Yeah, Mark, they do. Students have been back in school here for about 3 weeks, and during that time, one mother tells us that her daughter, a senior, has continually come home sick. Now, she is pointing to mold as the possible culprit as the district continues to remediate.
Ugh. to be inarticulate about it. But
for parent Judy Conti, images like these taken inside her daughter's school, Hayfield Secondary School, are causing concern.
There's fuzzy furniture. There's cinder blocks with green growing on it.
According to Conti, she first heard about issues with mold over the summer when students were on campus for band camp.
The band room was ground zero.
A team was brought in to clean before the school year started, but since her daughter's been back in class, issues with mold have persisted, making her sick.
She came home every day for the first couple weeks, each day with a worse headache, unnaturally exhausted, waking up with really bad sore throats in the morning. I mean, she's got every symptom of mold toxicity.
According to an email sent home to parents last week, Fairfax County Public Schools is addressing the problem. It's working with an independent mold remediation team and deep cleaning, positioned air scrubbers in targeted areas, and is cleaning HVAC units in classrooms. In fact, these trucks were spotted outside the building Tuesday. In the email, Eric Gordon, Chief of Facility Services, writing to parents, I want to assure you that we are committed to providing all students, staff, and members of the community with a safe and healthy school where they can gather and learn.
I don't doubt that they are taking this seriously.
And Conti and other parents are calling for more transparency from the school district.
We want to see the full remediation plan and know how long it's going to take. We want Dr. Reed and Mr. Gordon, who's the facilities chief, to meet with us at Hayfield, have a parent meeting.
And we did reach out to the district directly. We're still waiting to hear back. Mark and Annalisa, there is a back to school night here tomorrow where parents can attend. That's at 5:30. And Conti and other parents plan to be here handing out informational flyers to other parents and also pressing the district for answers. Reporting live in Northern Virginia, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
All right, Marielle, thank you. We'll continue to follow that story. Let's get over to meteorologist Damon Matz with the first look at our forecast.
Yeah, Damon, right now the air is off. We've turned it off, so we're saving a little bit the last couple days.
Did you turn the heat back on at all?
Not this morning.
Okay.
Actually, it's been so bad, I actually turned the air back on.
Oh.
So yesterday was the heat. Today I turned the air on a little bit, then I turned it off. So it's all over the place right now.
I've heard that from a few people. They're like, come on, pick a side. Which one do you want? Cold, warm? Yeah, it's been the back and forth kind of thing we do expect to see as we get into these fall months. You start out needing some of that heat when temperatures are this chilly in the morning, and then you flip it right back over later in the afternoon if it gets warm enough. And yeah, we did start out pretty similar to Monday morning with temperatures mostly in the 40s west of I-95 and the district, that dark blue shade of color indicating that, especially toward I-81. But as you went back toward DC and toward the Chesapeake Bay, those readings did mostly stay in the 50s, and a few spots like Annapolis, Lexington Park started in the low 60s. Now go figure, those spots are a little cooler with the water nearby, but all in all, the rest of the area did warm up nicely into the middle and upper 70s. And yeah, that's warm enough that some of us may have turned that AC back on in the house or in the car on the way back toward home here during this late afternoon, but expect it to cool right back down as we head later into the night. Now, we are going to start to see one change up. A few clouds have already entered into the mix in spots this afternoon, and that cloud cover will spread from east to west over the rest of the area as we head into the night. And that blanket of clouds will have something to say about our temperatures. It is not going to get quite as chilly tonight. Now, how will that cloud deck affect how it feels out there on Wednesday as it hangs around? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. This afternoon, D.C. Attorney General Brian Schwab announcing convenience stores 7-Eleven will pay more than $1 million over allegations that the chain violated the district's ban on illegal vape sales near D.C. schools. They say during an investigation that 16 7-Eleven stores sold thousands of electronic smoking devices. That ban went into effect in October of 2022. So now, as part of the investigation, not only does the chain need to pay, but they also need to stop selling and marketing vapes and e-cigarettes near D.C. schools, also provide training to staff in school zones, and then monitor store data to make sure that the law is followed. We reached out to 7-Eleven for comment, but we haven't heard back. And a Fairfax man admitted to making a series of violent threats against federal officials and postal workers. Prosecutors say that 57-year-old Kenneth Woodard called the Veterans Affairs Crisis Line and the U.S. Postal Service this spring, threatening to shoot a Virginia police officer and kill mail carriers, and even wait outside a post office with a gun. He also claimed to be a Marine sniper and warned inspectors to come with firepower. Woodard will be sentenced November 26, and he faces up to 10 years in prison.
And an update in Prince George's County today. The homicide unit is now investigating a 22-year-old's death. Police department there responding to Darrell Drive off Suitland Road around 6:30 p.m. on September 1st, where that victim, Saunders Mitchell, was found with trauma. Mitchell died at the scene, and police now say they are working to determine the cause of death.
DC News Now is your local election headquarters. Northern Virginians are heading to the polls to vote for who will replace the late Congressman Gerry Connolly.
Yeah, both candidates, Democrat James Walkinshaw and Republican Stuart Whitson, visiting polling locations and making their final pitch to voters.
And DC News Now's Liberty Simmons live in Springfield with why voters are watching this race so closely. Liberty, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mark and Annalisa. Well, the result of this election could really give us a pulse on how voters are feeling about the president's policies and how they're impacting lives here in Northern Virginia.
I served in the military. I did not sign up to watch our country go through what it's going through right now.
Northern Virginia voters were fired up as they vote for a replacement for Representative Gerry Connolly.
State of the economy, state of the republic, freedom of choice. I think it's important for everyone to get out and vote, stand up.
Many say the recent cuts to the federal workforce was top of mind.
I am fed up. There's too much contradiction, talking about cutting back and cutting waste and all of that, and yet building a ballroom at the White House.
Others say social issues drove them to the polls.
I'm Catholic, so right to life is an important issue. I think the trans issue is a concern here in Fairfax. The issues of crime and education around here, the lack of prosecutions.
Republican candidate Stuart Whitson served in the U.S. Army and is a former FBI special agent. He says he's focusing his campaign on common sense issues.
Keeping our girls safe, keeping men and boys out of our girls' locker rooms. These are just common sense issues that everyone across the district agree in.
Democratic candidate James Walkinshaw was Connolly's chief of staff and was a Fairfax County supervisor who says he knows what it takes to fight Trump and win.
I want to take on the Trump agenda. I want to end DOJ and deliver results for our community long term.
And Virginia voters are eager to vote in yet another election just 2 months away when they will be able to decide the House of Delegates and Virginia's governor. For now, live here in Springfield, Liberty Simmons, DC News Now.
Liberty, thank you and welcome back. Plus, 2 nonprofits are preparing for a survey of Arlington voters' experiences with ranked choice voting. That's according to ARLnow.com. The 2 organizations rank Choice Virginia and Fair Vote, and they will coordinate to conduct surveys. Current state law only permits Virginia jurisdictions to use the ranked choice option for Board of Supervisors and city councils.
Hey, with fall arriving soon, experts with the Maryland Department of Natural Resources are urging everyone to stay cautious and be on the lookout for copperheads.
Yeah, that wildlife officials now saying the venomous pit viper becomes more active around this time of year. Those snakes can often be found in forests or near water. Experts say they can also be found in places covered in leaves and firewood piles. They say copperheads usually prefer to remain unseen and will only attack when threatened.
Well, if a human is bitten by a copperhead, sometimes the venom will be transferred, but fairly often it will be a defensive bite, and the copperhead won't actually envenomate the wound.
And experts with DNR now say the best way to prevent a copperhead from possibly finding a home on your property is to make sure it remains well kept. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. It's hard in the fall with the leaves to see things. So yeah, you could get a leaf blower, try to keep it clean.
I have friends who love snakes. I'm not one of them.
Keep it as pets.
Yeah, I'm not, but hey, good advice, that's for sure.